Greetings dear subscribers. In this video I will tell you where to output video from surveillance cameras. There are several popular options. Video from surveillance cameras can be output to a monitor or TV via an HDMI cable or via a VGA cable. You can connect using twisted pair or a patch cord to a computer, and often you have the question, how do these methods differ from each other? Which is the best method to connect in order to achieve the maximum quality? What monitor to use, what TV can be used, how to connect and where to output a surveillance camera that connects without a video recorder, whether it's a camera with a SIM card or a camera recording to an SD card. And I will tell you all about this in detail in this video. So let's start with me telling you which connection method is the worst. The worst connection method is connecting your video recorder via a VGA cable. This is that blue cable and that blue connector. Similarly, another poor method is connecting via an RCA connector. These are also known as tulip connectors. Here on this video recorder, we don't see an RCA connector. There are RCA connectors here, but they are for audio. And there are video recorders, mainly old or very, very budget manufacturers, where instead of this black plug, there is another BNC connector. And through this kind of adapter, from BNC to RCA, many connect to TVs, to monitors for video, and are surprised why the quality is so poor. Why is it? Why it's not recommended to connect through VGA and RCA? Because you will get the worst playback quality. What kind of quality is there? HD 1280 by 720 pixels, which is equivalent to 1 megapixel, meaning video surveillance at 1 megapixel. This will be HD 1280 by 720 pixels. Next comes 2 megapixels full HD, which is 1920 by 1080 pixels. Then comes 2K and 4K. In 5MP it's 2K, 8MP is 4K. So these connectors, VGA and Tulip, do not even support 1MP. That is, it will be a situation where you install modern high-quality video surveillance, currently 5 or 8MP, but it will display like worse than 1MP. VGA connectors on some monitors support HD, but that's the maximum, full HD. They no longer support it. Therefore, these methods, if they can be used to connect, are only suitable in cases where you just need to connect and set up your equipment. If you want to constantly view in maximum quality, you need HDMI, this little cable, and this HDMI connection port, and a TV that will support the resolution that is set in your equipment. That is, if you want 2K. Video surveillance reaches 5 megapixels, the TV should support 2K. If it's 8 megapixels, then accordingly, your monitor should support 4K. Here you will now see a list of ISON monitors that support 2K and 4K recording. If you have your own monitor, then check its specifications there. What happens if you connect via HDMI to a monitor that doesn't support 2K or 4K and only supports, say, a maximum of full HD? Nothing critical will happen. Recording? On the hard drive, you will still have the recording that is set in your equipment. That is, with the help of zooming, you will still be able to achieve some clarity. But of course, it's more pleasant to view an image that is as detailed as possible and is set in your equipment. And all buyers want, those who pay for 5 megapixel surveillance for 8 megapixel want to have it at home, online, or through to view on a computer in maximum resolution. Otherwise, why did you actually pay money for such equipment? Therefore, we removed the GA option, leaving it only for setup. We also removed the RCA connectors, but now all modern video recorders already do not have such a connector. RCA connectors remain only for audio, and here we did not touch the audio. This is a normal situation, and we also have a connector. It's called RJ45, which is its network connector. You can connect your DONT network, your router that distributes the internet at your site, or directly to your computer. Or your local network, if you have, for example, an enterprise and you have your own local network. In this case, it's a bit more complicated. Video playback occurs. You need to either install a special program, for example, for ISON equipment. It's the IVMS program. You can also download it from the official website, preview it, or use a browser. You will log in. Programmers know how this is done. It's the device's IP address. You enter it, enter the login and password, and so on. It's a bit more complicated than with the regular HDMI option, because with HDMI you just connect it to the monitor and that's it. You see the picture, you don't need to do anything. When connecting to the network, There will also be maximum quality, including 2K and 4K, but there's a nuance in the setup that you either need to install a program or access it through the device's web address. If you are connecting a surveillance camera without a video recorder, then firstly, there is an option to connect it to the internet and install an application. Most reputable manufacturers support the option to view not only through an app on such cameras that work, for example, via a SIM card. Here we have the ISON NFL 1000 Pro as a sample. This is the best surveillance camera in the category of cameras with a SIM card. We recently reviewed this model. There, accordingly, you insert a SIM card inside and install the application or connect through the internet. You go to a specific website and view the video from the camera through it, as well as manage it. This one is rotatable and it has a 20x zoom. If you take a simple surveillance camera, wired, without SIM card support, it connects to your router with a cable. And you can access it through the web version. You also open your browser, enter the IP address, or use the same IVMS program. That is, the connection principle here is also a bit more complex. The simplest option is a video recorder. The cameras connect to your video recorder via cable and HDMI. You connect a regular monitor or TV and immediately see the image. If you have any questions on this topic, ask them in the comments below this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss new videos.